Why is the light funny? I think I'm going to have to get that light to shine at us. You sit still, okay? Smile at the camera. How's that look? Does that look better? You can breathe as well as smile, you know. Well, you can see us. It's not brilliant, but it's just for this short podcast, isn't it? You what?
I'm tall.
Sitting up. Oh, we're sitting up straight, are we? Okay. Let's make ourselves tidy. Sort your hair out. Now, just a short podcast.
Oh.
So try not to talk across me all the time. Okay? But you can show lots of everything, okay? We'll do a longer one next time.
Okay.
Cool. High five. Hi!
Hello.
Welcome to All About Yarn episode, do you think this is 14 or 15? Or 16? Where have we got to?
16.
16.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I should have looked that up, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Anyway, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
My co-host is a little bit more chatty today, and she's very excited to be joining me again. We don't really have too much to say, but we really wanted to come on and say Happy New Year. And oh, she wants to show you my knitting that she's looking after. We'll get to that. I hope that you all had a wonderful Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate, and that 2016 is a brilliant year for you, full of yarny goodness, and that you make lots of happy memories through the year. Yes, Erin?
Who are watching us?
Oh, I don't know. There could be lots of people watching us. Who would you like to be watching us?
I don't know who's watching us.
Well, maybe they'll leave a comment and tell us that they were watching. Because remember, we've got to record this and then put it on YouTube for people to watch.
Can you tell me who's here?
I'll tell you who's watched it afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anybody that you'd like to say hello to?
Is Zoe here?
Zoe will be watching, yeah. You can say hello to her if you want.
Okay.
Go on, Em.
Hello, Zoe.
There you go, you got a personalised hello. Excuse me. You're dropping your yarn. Yeah. So today, Erin is sporting a very fetching jumper in hand-spun purple yarn. And I am wearing my hand-spun hitofude, which I finished and I blocked. And you can't see in this light, so I'll wear it again next time. But I really wanted to do a little teeny weeny podcast the last day before we take our Christmas tree down. We love our Christmas tree, don't we? You're going to be sad that it's gone? We had to leave fairy lights up a couple of years ago around the house because my husband gets sad when it gets taken down. So we decided that we might as well leave fairy lights up for a bit of sparkle through the winter. And they ended up staying up the whole year. But hey, there we go. So, what were you going to say about us? Because I've got a purple hand-spun cardigan and you've got a purple hand-spun jumper.
Yeah.
What did you call us?
Matching girls.
Matching girls. Yeah, so I had a bit of a mishap with her jumper, which again you can't really see, and it's lucky that I knit big because I accidentally put it in the washing machine. I didn't think it through and it felted. So as soon as it came out and I saw that it had shrunk right down, I was sort of pulling it apart, going, no, get bigger again, and sticking my arms down the arms so that she'd be able to wear it. So now, if you can put your arm up, you can see it's a fitted jumper, but it does fit you, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It does fit you, Erin.
Yes.
Yes. Is it cosy warm?
Yes.
Yes, because basically she's wearing a felt
This is
jumper.
Daddy's sock.
That is Daddy's sock. This podcast isn't going to be very long, like I said, because everybody will be coming home very shortly and wanting their dinner in about half an hour. So we thought we'd just record 10 or 15 minutes and say Happy New Year and hopefully get things back into a bit of a routine. I'm hoping to build a better routine. I say that every podcast and fail miserably every podcast. But you know, maybe 2016 will be the year of being organised. You can talk in a minute, stop interrupting me.
Ah.
Yeah, so maybe 2016 will be the year that Jenny finally gets organised. Oh, I should have said, I haven't introduced us. I'm Jenny, otherwise known as Jenster79 on Ravelry and Owl About Yarn everywhere else. I have a shop on Etsy called Owl About Yarn, and I knit, spin, crochet sometimes, and put up with her and her two big brothers. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay.
Go on then, you say your name. Say, my name is Erin.
My name is Erin.
This is Erin. And how old are you?
3.
3. And when will you be 4?
On my next birthday.
Obviously on your next birthday. When is your next birthday?
On May.
In May. She was a May baby. And she's very, very desperate, more desperate with every day that passes, to do all the crafting things like I do. Aren't you? So desperate that she's been play knitting on Daddy's sock this afternoon. Would you like to show them the sock? Yeah, you can't really see much like that. So we show them the yarn. And this is Zufari. And I wish I could remember. Hang on a minute. I'll get the label. I have the label in project bags. The project bag is my Exploding TARDIS bag from Star Knits, which I love. And, oh, here we are. Regia Zufari colour.
Can I show too?
You can show the sock. So what you need to do is you showed the yarn. No, you don't show it bunched up, darling. You show it. You can hold the top. So as you can see, or maybe you can't because it's a bit tangled at the bottom. The needles have been shoved through. I've turned the heel and I'm doing the gusset decreases at the moment. And then the other sock, I actually got down as far as nearly the toe. Erin, we can take it in turns. I got down almost as far as the toe, and then my needle snapped. Where are we?
I see.
Oh, I'll show you in a minute. There, look.
Oh.
Look, can you see? My needle, no you can't really. My needle snapped. It is no longer a full-size needle. So, because I had another project on the needles, which I'll show you in a minute.
None of these needles snap.
No, they're good. They're higher sharps. These are Knit Pro Symphonies, the wooden ones. 2mm, and I sat on it. And it snapped into 3 pieces. So anyway, because there was another project on the needles and because I forgot that I had these Knit Pro Carbons in 2mm, although these are too short really to magic loop socks, that's for emergencies, I waited until I'd finished the other project, which I'll show you in a minute, and then I switched needles and put the higher sharps onto the socks. So I'm going to get pretty much to the toe. I think I'm going to finish that sock and then come back and finish the toe on this sock. So it'll be like I finished 2 all at the same time.
I can finish it for you.
You're going to finish that sock for me? Or do you want to sit there doing it while I'm talking?
Okay.
Cool. So shall I show the leg warmers that I knitted?
Okay.
Okay. My finished items. Well, I've got more finished items, but I can't show you because they've gone. I just started the hat for Mum with the elephants. That was finished before we went on holiday and was enjoyed. She wore that every day, I think, and she said it was nice and warm, so I'd hope it would be because it was merino. It was John Arbon Knit by Numbers. I've got another one on the needles at the moment, but I haven't finished that, so I'm going to have to crack on with that in the next couple of days. But a friend of mine, Maria, asked for basically leg warmers. She has knee-high boots and she has a bit of a space inside the knee-high boots, so wind gets down inside the knee-high boots on a cold day and makes her legs cold. But the boots fit her feet, so she can't just buy knee-high socks and wear them, so she asked me to make her some leg warmers to go between the ankle and the knee. So I've done these, and whoops, they're finished apart from the ends that I need to weave in, and ready to go. And they are the same length. They look different. I don't know why that is, but they are the same. They're made from Erin, thank you. They're made from Sunset Stitches yarn, which I was gifted about 2 years ago now, I think, and it's been languishing in my stash. But it's a lovely yarn. I've just never found a use for it because I think it's Blue Face Leicester and I don't think it's got any nylon in it. So I didn't want to, there you go, I didn't want to use it for socks, you know, traditional socks, because I was worried about it wearing away. I like to have a bit of nylon in my socks, but the leg warmers, I thought, well, that'd be perfect, and I've got that much left, so I reckon I can probably get some fingerless mittens for myself out of it. And it is definitely next to skin soft for me, because I am a bit fussy with what goes next to my skin. I get really itchy and uncomfortable. So that's my 2 projects, and that's one of my bags that I made a while ago. And that's it for things that are going on. I'm trying to finish those socks, and as a reward, hang on a minute, that's other things to talk about. I told you not to interrupt. Stop talking over me.
What are you talking? What are you doing now?
I will. In a minute.
Oh, Mummy.
Silly Erin. So, cheeky Erin. They're all my finished objects and works in progress. There's no schedule for this. I've just decided on the spur of the moment that we should do a little podcast and get it done. So this is why it's going to be really short, in no order, and we'll have Erin interrupting me all the way through. Oh, and you might hear Ben because he's playing on the Xbox in the back room and he gets cross when he loses at football. So anyway, when my socks are finished, as a reward I'm going to be allowed to spin something, and I've decided I am going to spin this fibre, which Erin is expertly showing. It's merino, it's my own fibre, it's my own dye, but it's a beautiful soft merino that I got from John Arbon, and I believe I have some of this. John Arbon has a wool mill in Devon I went to with Grandpa in the summer. I believe I've got some of this in the shop in this colourway, but I couldn't for the life of you tell what it is, so I will try and remember to put it in the Ravelry thread or on the blog or something. And I'm sure that when I write it down, hang on, shh, when I write it down, Jack's in his room, when I write it down, when I put the project on my Ravelry page, I'm sure that I'll be able to tell you what the colourway is then, because I'll be able to look it up in the shop and cross-reference and everything. It's amazing I managed to keep my train of thought with you interrupting me all the way through. Oh, Erin's got a finished item. You made something.
Yeah?
You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
No. You made something in school before Christmas. Put your knitting down a minute. Put it next to you. Oh, we'll take it. Put it over here. Are you going? No, don't bring it through the. There's not room. Bring it around the edge. You can show that. Erin brought home a beautiful angel ornament that she made at school. So that's been sitting in the boughs of our Christmas tree. It's amazing what you can do with paper plates and wool. You know they can't see it because you're waving it about too much. You've got to hold it still for a bit. They can see her face, look, like that. She's very beautiful. And you had a nativity play, didn't you, since we last podcasted?
Yes.
And what did you play in the nativity play?
Mary and Joseph.
You weren't Mary and Joseph. What were you in the nativity play?
Star!
A star!
Twinkle, twinkle.
Yep, you had to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, didn't you?
And some of them are guests.
Yes, there were some guests. There were lots of Marys and there were lots of Marys and Josephs, weren't there?
And kings.
And kings.
Rice berry.
Yeah. And you sang lots of songs and you learned all the words and remembered every single one.
Yeah.
Didn't you? You coming closer to me? Yeah. So then, what was the big thing that we did over Christmas?
Go to Norway.
We went to Norway! And what was in Norway?
Snow.
Snow! And what did Mummy and Jack and Ben and Daddy do? We went
to Norway.
We went to Norway, but what did we do in Norway?
Play in the snow.
Yes.
Play in the snow.
You built snowmen.
Yeah.
And half an igloo. Well, Ben did that, didn't he? Half an igloo on top of the hill. And who knew that we were in Norway and brought presents?
Father Christmas.
How clever is he? He knew that we were going to be in Norway. So that was lovely.
And a Christmas elf light some candles up.
He did. A Christmas elf, which in Norway he's called the julenisse, came and lit candles outside
So Father Christmas know where we are.
Lit candles outside our log cabin so that Father Christmas would know where we were.
I'm stood on my doctor's up.
Oh, you better get down and get it then, while I finish talking. So we had a fantastic time. We went skiing every day. Unfortunately, Erin couldn't because you have to be 4 to go skiing. And she's, as she told you, not 4 till May. Oh, excuse the wobble. But we really, really enjoyed it. Nobody broke any bones. I didn't get as much knitting time as I thought I would because I had those socks with me on the needles and I really thought I'd bring them home finished, but I didn't. So this is what Erin got brought. Santa brought it to our house, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it was waiting for you when you got home. She has her very own doctor's set with a stethoscope and a syringe.
And a listener.
That's the stethoscope. And you have prescriptions.
And a hammer.
And a hammer for testing your reflexes on your knees.
And a question thing to see what you have been doing.
So that she can make a diagnosis. And medicine.
Yes,
got
and a
bottles
plaster.
Bottles of medicine and a plaster, but she hasn't had to use the plaster yet. But we have all had operations, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all fine now, but we all had operations between Christmas and New Year. Yeah. You listened to our tummies, didn't you?
I want to put this back.
Go on then, you go and put it back. Go that way.
No, I want to put
There we go. So I really enjoyed the holiday and the kids all really enjoyed it.
No.
Huh? Yes, you can have your knitting back. And we'd really like to go back again. It was something that we've been wanting to do for a while. Because my mum lived in this particular part of Norway off and on when she was younger. She used to have extended visits.
Mommy,
I'm
where
talking,
does
shush.
Grandma live?
Grandma lives down the road now, doesn't she? But when she was younger, she lived in Yalo, where we went.
Okay.
Yeah. And what was brilliant was that she'd lost touch with one of her friends, but while we were there, we managed to get back in touch for her. Don't pull the needle, sweetheart. We managed to get back in touch for her, and they actually managed to meet up, it was just so fantastic for her.
And Grandma and Grandpa came to Norway.
Yes, did I say that? They came to Norway with us because you stayed with Grandma and Grandpa every morning while we went skiing, didn't you?
Yes.
Played lots of Snap.
Yes. And Double.
And Dobble, a game called Dobble that we've just bought. And I can't think what else you did. What did you do? You did your sticker book things, didn't you? And some colouring. And things like that. Played in the snow. You had your little sledge thing, your toboggan.
Yes, and slide down the hill.
Yeah, I'll try and put a video on the end if I remember. I'm not promising anything, you know what my memory's like. You remember the hitofude day that I didn't show you? here it is. I couldn't believe that when somebody pointed that out, that I hadn't actually showed you the hitofude. I hadn't put the picture on the video. Oh, what an idiot. Never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up a bit. So you need to
show them how I knit.
Well, you carry on knitting. They'll be watching you while I talk. Okay. Lovely. I won a competition at the end of last year. Sarah from Sarah's Texture Crafts. Well, listen and I'll tell you. Sarah from Sarah's Texture Crafts had a giveaway on her blog for a little sheep brooch, and I won it. And it's lovely. It's a little. You've seen it before. It's a little Zwartballs brooch, a little Zwartballs sheep. It is. No, you can't show it because you can't get close enough. But here he is. Isn't he sweet? Oh, I can't get that to... Well, you get the gist. Oops.
I can knit.
He's very cute. So I'm using him to hold my hitofude in the right place. I'll put him back on in a minute. And he came in the most beautiful gift box with a sheep on the front. And it's from a company called...
Can I show too?
No, it's from a company called Fresh Fleeces, and they do all sorts of breeds of sheep. She's desperate to be showing everything. Sit. Sit down. Thank you. And I was thrilled to bits to win that competition. That made my day. And as I said, it was packaged so beautifully. So thank you very much for the opportunity to win that, Sarah. That was really kind of you. The only other thing that I wanted to show you was my sock. I showed you my Jaywalker socks I knitted a while ago. Well, look, can you see? There, a hole. I wore them one time, and there's a rotten hole in them. So I reckon I must have caught them on a part of my shoe or something. So I need to fix that. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, because it's not really something I can...
You saw a thingy for material?
My sewing machine?
Yeah.
It might be a bit much to use my sewing machine. I might only use a little needle and thread.
Okay. I can help you do that.
Fabulous. So she's going to help me and I'll fix that. But I was just really gutted. Wear it one time and get a hole. Rubbish.
I don't get holes in my sock.
No, Jack and Ben do a lot, don't they? They wear through their socks. But I don't knit them socks yet.
Silly Jack and Ben.
So, plans for this year. Do we have any plans for this year?
I just... no.
You're going to start reception in September, aren't you?
But Mummy...
Yes.
I'm going to a sporting class.
You're going to go to... Yes, when you're
and
4.
have lunch!
You'll stay in school all day and have lunch in September. I am counting the days. Are you excited to be there all day? I'm excited for you to be there all day. I think it'll be brilliant.
Okay.
I think you'll love it when you're there, won't you? When you get to take your lunch in a lunch bag.
But I don't have a bag.
Well, we buy you a lunch bag in the summer. That's not a problem. You get to choose what you want on the front of it. Well, maybe I'll make you one.
Pipplings. I want the pippling one.
Well, we couldn't find one of those, could we? We'll see what we can find in the summer. Maybe I can find some material and make you one, so it won't be like anybody else's.
I want a frozen one.
A frozen one. Well, there's a surprise. Who would have guessed that a 3-year-old girl would want a frozen lunch bag?
Or my ham. Or my bag with Peppa Pig on.
Yeah, that's a rucksack. You're not taking a rucksack full of food every day. Anyway, shh. Business-wise, it's all going to start getting back into gear this week. I've had a good couple of weeks off on holiday. I took off the whole of the Christmas holidays and the week before. So I've literally not touched anything to do with Owl About Yarn in that time, except for packaging orders and sending them out, but I haven't made anything. or sat down and planned anything or anything. So hopefully this week or next week I'll be doing a big batch of yarn dyeing. I've got oodles of gorgeous new fabrics to be making new project bags with, and I'm sure that Erin will help me out by coming and working upstairs in a minute. And also stitch markers. I did a big buy of charms and things at the end of last year and still haven't got round to making them into stitch markers. It's growing, isn't it? Mm. So yeah, so I've got lots to be catching up on, and hopefully in the next week or two I'll hear whether I've been given a stall at Wonderwool Wales or the Bristol Wool Fair. So please, if you could keep your fingers crossed for me, that would be brilliant.
I like this.
Thank you. That's called a progress marker.
Why?
Because it marks how much you've done. You put that on at the beginning of the day, like I did today. I put that on this morning, and I knitted all the way down to the heel and around.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I've knitted quite a lot because I gave myself a day off when they went back to school.
Oh, Mummy,
And I sat and knitted this morning.
I'm
It was
working.
wonderful.
Look.
Yeah, that's the hole where you put your foot in. Or where Daddy will put his foot in. Because they're for him,
Well,
aren't they?
it's too small.
Well, no, it stretches. Like that.
Well,
It's called a cuff.
well, this goes at the front.
We're gonna carry on knitting that all the way to the toes. So we've been 25 minutes, which is more than enough. We have a little video from when we were, I think it was when we were on our way to holidays, wasn't it, that we took a video?
Yes.
In the bus?
Yes.
In Norway?
Yes.
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 I'll tack that on at the end. And if I can, I will tack a video on of Erin doing a little bit of sledging down a slope, because that was very cute as well. So it's been a bit light on knitting content this time, and more about our holidays. But our holidays were very nice, and we really enjoyed it,
And
didn't
we
we?
got presents.
You got presents. You got lots of presents, didn't you?
Yes. Loads.
You're very lucky.
And Grandma and Grandpa got presents too.
Everybody got presents, didn't they?
Yeah.
There we go. So, until next time, happy knitting, happy crocheting, happy spinning, happy whatever it is that you do to have some enjoyment. I hope you find time to do it, and we'll see you soon. You say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello. We're talking to you from Fagernes Airport in Norway. We've just arrived for our Christmas holiday. And what is outside?
Snow.
Snow. And what are we going to do tomorrow?
Play in the snow.
Play in the snow. Yeah. And then shall we do some more videos? Oh, you want to show Daisy? There we go, we've brought Daisy Bear as well. We'll show Daisy, and we will, oh, I've got a text message. We will, we'll tell you all about it when we've spent some time here and investigated a bit more. You say bye-bye.
Bye. Oil valves.
Oil vowed.
Oil valves.